Good morning, folks. We'll be starting in just 1 second. Just getting everything set up here. All right. I'm a few minutes early today, actually. I couldn't sleep last night. All right. Let's say hello to everybody. You guys should be able to see me and you guys should be able to hear me. Please let me know if you cannot see me or hear me for any reason. Good morning, Sebastian, Ivano, Ruth, Graham, Kevin, Keith, Robert, Kathleen, Rihanna, Min, Roddy. Good morning, everybody. Uh, Devin, Kevin, Jack, Cheese Gray Trader. Good morning to you, Jeremiah. Miriam, good morning, Miriam. Bill, Tom, Minnesota Matt is here. Good morning, everybody. Richard, Kevin. Good morning, Kevin. Good to see you. Solaire, Dave, Ray, Jill, good morning. Brian, good morning. Daryl, good morning. Flying Ronan's in the house. Vernon, James, Brendan, Al, Illinois grain farmer. Good morning to you. Actually, I heard from your uncle yesterday. All good. Everything was good. Mr. Dragon Don is here. Hello from the Dragon. Brian, good morning. Aussie. We got Hefface here. Good morning, Jeff. Good to see you. Good to see you, Jeff. Devin, David, Brian, Roger's here. Hey, Roger. Steve, Don, Mark, David, Sergey, Arnolfo, Dr. Luke, Stefan, Sherman, Hopium Addict, Chuck, Crazy Kelly, Sunflower. Good morning, Crazy Kelly. Walter, Bull Rider, Sin, Charlie, the Sassy Trainer, Tinia's in the house, Stacy. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing good. Again, I'm a few minutes early today. My wife has left me, as most of you have heard. She is in Tampa visiting my daughter. She'll be back tomorrow. This is my last day home alone. I'm like that kid from Home Alone, causing all sorts of mischief. Charles, Frex, Andrew, Kirk, Ladorsky. Good morning, Ladorsky. Duff, Kevin, Frank, Scotty, Raj, Next Gen, Francisco, Greg, Jody, Gregory, Todd. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Gregory, Todd, Jody, Paul. Good morning, Francisco, Next Gen, Raj, Scotty. If I miss somebody, Franco. If I miss somebody, I apologize. Good morning, Linda. Good to see you. Always good to see you. Hope everybody's doing great today. Let me make sure all my telegrams went out and everything is kosher. Let's see here. Yeah, we got all the telegrams. As you could see, Clyde last night was very busy. He was helping clear all the snow. Thank you, Richie, for the great pick. Richie actually sent me that this morning. It's a great pick. Thank you for sending it to me. So that's Clyde. He's hanging out. We got Scott, we got Matt, we got Alan, we got Henry here, we got Ed, Lloyd. Thank you, Lloyd. I appreciate it. Lloyd says the day always starts out positive. Thank you. I appreciate that, Lloyd. Pete, Kevin, Jeff. Good morning, Jeff. Mr. Scorpion, Jacques Cousteau is here. Deanna, Tom. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, folks. If you're just coming in here, I don't see Bob here. He must be he still must be out. He must be doing some stuff today. Bob's got a lot of stuff on his plate. A lot of stuff on his plate. Hopiumatic Penny, good morning to you. Hopefully the flight wasn't that bad yesterday. I heard about the luggage. Abby or Ernest, Ted, good morning. Folks, if you're just coming in here right now, the only thing I'd like you to do is listen, pay attention, and make sure you're watching at 1080p right here, 1080p, so that you could actually see me clearly. and the charts clearly. And give us a thumbs up only if you enjoy this broadcast, if you get a benefit out of this. I'm not going to force it down your throat. And subscribe to our channel right here. There's a button to subscribe. If you subscribe to our channel, you will be notified when we post new videos. Okay? All right. Let me just close this out. Open that up. Don, Catherine, Richie, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Eduardo, Robert, Ted, Ernest, good morning. Maria, SJL, Joe. We still have a lot of people coming in. All right, I'm going to start up. We have a lot to talk about today, and I hate rushing to work. Joel, Jason, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Please make sure you're watching at 1080p. All right, let's start off with our broadcast. You know what? I forgot to turn my light on. Hold on one second. I knew something was missing. One of my lights was not on. Got to have everything set up right for you guys, right? Got to make sure we all look pretty here. All right. So far, we're looking really, really good. I mean, this is excellent. I like what I'm seeing. And this is all happening the night before NVIDIA earnings. A lot of stocks are coming back. The market's looking really juicy, as I'll get into it right now. Good morning, Rog, Jack, Sapster, Stefan, Rihanna, Diamond, Jen, Shamens, Jason. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, so let's get into this. I do have a lot to talk about. So this is looking really good, and the chart does too. The bond market is holding steady. It's not really doing anything good or bad. I'm looking at it right now. It's coming off, but it doesn't seem to be impacting the stock market. The stock market keeps going higher as the day progresses, which is really, really good. That's what we want to see. Actually, that's exactly what we want to see. But the bond market is not helping or hurting us right now. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Eagle Beagle. Good to see you. Nestor, good morning. Sandy, good to see you. And thank you for the emails last night. Whitco, Ralph, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please make sure you're watching at 1080p. And Clyde is still shoveling snow in the mid-east somewhere. Okay, in New York to be specific. So nothing from the bond market. This is just starting to look like a lot of consolidation. If we can't get higher here, we're going to go lower. But keep in mind, we do have, I forgot to post it. We do have a fairly good sized report on Friday, the PPI report. We have jobless claims tomorrow. That's not going to be a big number. Let me give you my theory. Low 200,000s. I know. I predict the future sometimes. I predict it's going to be in the low 200,000s like it's been in the last several years. But this is going to be the big report. All jokes aside, this is going to be the big report. Today, we've got the petroleum status report. We don't have a heavy agenda as far as the Fed. Last night was more than enough. We have the Fed speakers today at 11 and at 9:35. Keep an eye on this 9:35. If he says something stupid, it can cause a little bit of a move. Hey, Mookie, Culpable, Carla, Bob. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So nice to see all of you. Always happy to see everybody here. Okay. Let's talk more about this. All right, so that's as far as the news is concerned. Gold is starting to stay at this level, which is positive. As remember what I said, that the longer we stay at a new level, the better it is. Now, 3 days is not a significant number, but I do like the fact that we're moving higher up. I believe silver's doing the same thing. Silver has a lot more to overcome because it went up a lot higher. But this is positive. If you remember yesterday, I was talking about, hey, Mike, Jana, Brad, Charlie, Clyde, LaDon. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You guys might or may not remember yesterday I was talking about silver getting above the VWAP, the year-to-date VWAP right here. That started in the year. This is telling us that everybody who bought here, if you take all this volume into account, they're not losing money anymore. Even if you average in this level to this level and take all this volume into account, it's not bad anymore. We're getting out of that zone. The key is we need to get above this zone. And then we need to get above this zone. So we got to get above 82 and we got to get above 92. Those are the key levels right now, okay? Good morning, Bruce, Rebecca, Jana, Charlie. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. I don't see Bob here. I guess he must be doing something really important today. He's usually here. If you're there in the background, Bob, good morning to you. Manuel, CJ, Steve, Rebecca, Bruce, good morning, everybody. Good morning and welcome. Welcome. A lot of important things to talk about today. So we got to make sure we get above this level right here. Okay. We got to make sure we get above this level right here. And by the way, thank you for all the emails from PayPal. I got about 150 emails about the gap to green trade yet. No, I'm not kidding. About 150 emails. It took me 90 minutes to transpose all those testimonials into the channel. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for anybody who doesn't know. It was gap to green. It was a PayPal trade. It was a news catalyst, potential takeover. Folks made about 50 to 80% very quickly. So thank you for all those nice emails. I got a lot of emails yesterday. Whew, I need Clyde to hire an assistant just to go through the emails for me. Thanks, Rock. Yeah, it was a good trade. Yeah, it was a really good trade. You're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome. Okay, so silver's up this morning. We got to get above this level, folks. We got to get above this 82. And again, on gold, we've got to get above this little consolidation that we're here. Thank you, Doug, Leo, Rock, Charlie. Thank you, everybody. Joe, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Low IQ Johnny made $200. Good for you. Good for you. All right. US dollar still consolidating. Still, I thought after yesterday's announcement we would start seeing some movement. Nothing. I mean, look at this. Nothing here. Nothing at crude oil, and gold also nothing. So we're just kind of consolidating. It sounds like the market's waiting for something. I believe it may be either Nvidia earnings or the PPI. There's just not that much more data, but the commodity market is becoming really stagnant. Uh, good, Eagle Beagle. I'm glad. Sorry, Robert. Sorry about that. Yep, he's not done cleaning the driveway. Yeah, exactly. So US dollar choppy, but not bearish, just choppy. And the longer it stays here, the less it wants to come back down here. Remember, it works both ways. So this flag is starting to get used to this level. Crude oil still holding on. So you could see a pattern here. Bond market, gold market, US dollar market, crude oil market, very, very calm ocean. Bitcoin. Now, you may be saying to yourself, hey, Roger, you were wrong about Bitcoin. Look, it's up 2.5%, but look at the trend. It's still going down. It still has a downward trajectory right here. So that doesn't change anything. Look at the graph. Probably a good time to short it, if anything. I didn't say that. I'm just thinking out loud. And look at the volume bars. The high volume bars are, as it's moving down, you got high volume bars. As it's moving this way, you've got low volume. Again, high volume on the way down. So again, this is bearish. This is pretty bearish. As a matter of fact, you got yourself a nice descending triangle right here. As you could see. I don't think so, Kevin. I don't think so, but I think it'll affect the economy, and the economy may impact gold. So indirectly, it may have an impact on gold. Indirectly, not directly. No, absolutely not. I would have thought yesterday's speech, the address yesterday, would have more impact on gold. Commodities just aren't feeling it right now. And China is just kind of sticking in this area, not really doing anything. All right. Hey, Cam, good morning to you. Good morning. Didn't see you earlier. Good morning. Let folks know what you and Goose have for the agenda today, and I will post it. I don't know what you guys are teaching today. Let me tell you what the agenda today is, folks. In the VIP room today, we're going to summarize and conclude credit spreads. Hey, William, good to see you. Good morning, William. Good morning. Hopefully you made some money on that PayPal trade yesterday. It was a doozy. Dave made $829. You're welcome. You're welcome. It was a good trade. It was definitely a good trade. So this is the VIP room. So let me tell you something. I'm going to be concluding credit spreads. And I'm going to start talking about diagonals today. I'm going to give you a full masterclass on diagonals. I'm going to talk about what environment is prime. how they work, what strikes we use, how to manage the position, and I'll give you my top stocks. So I'm going to teach you about diagonals today. I'll give you a full master class, and I'll answer all your questions about credit spreads that you had yesterday. Okay. So good morning, Chris. Good morning, Kevin. Hey, Fred. Good morning, Bobby. Dragon Dawn. Good for you. Good for you. Thanks, Rock. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So, thanks, Dave. Thanks for being my actuary. I guess Bob's got to be somewhere important today. He usually never misses, but I hope he's okay. Richie, if you or Penny, if you hear from Bob, let me know he's okay. Okay, just want to make sure. Or Carlos, let me know if he's okay. Thank you. So today's going to be a must-see VIP room. Cam's going to have, and here's Customer Service Live, the Cam or Gustavo show. They're going to talk bar chart tips and tricks using Stock Fetcher. Excellent. Excellent. And let me give you the Telegram channel. This is where I'm about to start posting things. And you guys know, once I start posting, I never stop. Good morning, Paragosian. Good morning. Stop Angst. Good morning. Good morning. So today's going to be a really, really important session in the VIP room, okay? I'm going to be talking about diagonals. Folks, listen to me. I know you're thinking diagonals, schmiagonals. Listen to me. Once you understand how these babies work, they will become part of your toolbox. You will never, ever, ever start looking at a trade again without looking at diagonals. These are amazing trades for stocks that just had earnings. You noticed a lot of stocks just had earnings. I'm going to teach you how to trade them. They're very low risk, very high probability trades, just like time spreads. They're like a cousin of time spreads, okay? So if you like time spreads, this is like a distant relative, okay? The accuracy is just as good. So you don't want to miss that. That's going to be in the VIP room today, okay? That's going to be in the VIP room today. Today. Okay. All right, let's continue. Catalyst. Let's talk about catalyst. Who wants to start with the catalyst? Minnesota Matt, Charles, you guys coming in heavy today? Don't forget Europe and Japan, okay? Both Europe and Japan just made all-time highs. Is that good for the U.S. stock market? You better believe it. Hey, Moondog, good to see you. It's very good for the U.S. stock market. Both China and Europe made all-time highs overnight. That's really, really good. And I believe that's partly because of the address yesterday. I guess they felt confident, but the fact that two countries made all-time highs and the S&P and semiconductors made all-time highs overnight, which we'll talk about, that's very, very, very positive. Very, very, very positive. So I'm going to start reading this. While I'm reading this, you guys go ahead and start posting the catalysts, okay? All right, investors are looking ahead at earnings report from NVIDIA, whose results have become barometer for the AI. Really? AI? Now NVIDIA. So Micron, Texas Instrument, AMD, Taiwan Semiconductor, ADI, those are not barometers, right? Only NVIDIA is a barometer for, you see what I mean? You got to read between the lines. You can't believe all this crap. AMD climbed over 8% to lead chip makers higher after Meta said it'll deploy their data center capacity powered by the processors. Yes, so they can do more AI stuff. You understand? Which is good for the economy, which is good for us because we're using AI. Keys, a chip stock, jumped over 23%, was top percentage gainer. Electronics test equipment manufacturing posted strong guidance. Now, Keys would not be having strong guidance if chips were in the toilet. You understand? Oh, there's Minnesota, Matt. Consumer discretionary, infotech, industrial, Japan, Europe, crude oil, Fed speakers. Yes, that's what I've got. Belfast John says infotech. Yeah, we got Oracle. Yep, Europe, Japan, utilities. Yeah. Consumer discretionary. Yes. Real estate? Where did you get real estate from? Maybe I missed something. That's okay, Charles. You're doing great. Yeah, it is very helpful. Thank you, George. Where did you get real estate? Real estate, O and CSGP. Let me see something. You guys always get me with these with these stocks, and I'm always wrong, and you guys are usually right. Um, did it come out last night? I think it came out yesterday. Unless it came out last night, I don't see anything here. And what was the other one? CSGP? CoStar? Yeah. Yeah, this is Infotech. I got that one. Oh, it is real estate. What the hell? CoStar is real estate. Wow, that's weird. Okay, I'll give you that one. I'm gonna give you that one. I'll give you that one. That's good. Doing a good job. That's good, Belfast John. Me and Minnesota Matt missed both of those. I think we missed both of those. That's good. Very good. Yeah, both after close. You're right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Boy, you guys are getting this stuff like this. My hat's off to you guys. My hat's off to you. All right. Very good job. Very, very good job. Very thorough. And they were both in the S&P 500. He's following the rules. What can I tell you? All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. You guys are fantastic. Apple buying AMD chips too, Kirk. I didn't read about that, but it couldn't be better for AMD. Let's see what AMD is doing this morning. AMD is up 55 cents this morning. But chips are up. Chips are up real nice at new highs, which is very, very nice. Very, 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 very nice. Okay. Consumer confidence rose 90 to 91 in February, stronger than the expectations. Manufacturing index fell yesterday. Goolsbee said on Tuesday that additional rate cuts hinge on progress in bringing down inflation. Yes. He also said tariff ruling could bring relief to the inflation side of the Fed mandate. Yes, I agree with him as well. President Bostic said inflation has stalled out over the past 12 to 18 months at a level that remains unacceptable. Yeah, it's a little sticky. Above the Boston, Susan Collins says, I think it's quite likely it'll be appropriate to hold the current rate for some time. Yep. 175 basis point of easing over the past year and a half were mildly restrictive, perhaps. Yeah. They're not that off, folks. They're not that off right now. They're not that far off. Okay. Whew. Hold on to your underwear here. Investors are pricing a 98% chance that nothing is going to happen, which I couldn't agree with more. Let's look at the bond market's doing. Bonds are starting to tick up a little bit. SPY's ticking down a little bit. NVIDIA's holding. QQQ is holding. SMH is holding. All right, let's continue. President Trump, in his address, Congress reaffirmed his commitment to tariffs. Oh, Jesus, I wish he would just let it go, but did not announce any new policies. The president voiced confidence that foreign countries would honor their trade agreements. Why? Nothing is signed. Why would any country honor their trade agreement? Every country wants out. We don't have any agreement with any countries, folks. We have an agreement to agree with all these countries. We don't have any agreements. They don't have to honor anything, and they're not going to honor one damn thing. Okay? That's like saying we had an agreement, and now there's no agreement, but you're going to honor the old agreement. It doesn't work that way in contracts. And predicted that the U.S. would generate so much revenue that it could substantially replace the modern-day system of income tax. So let me get this straight. U.S. citizens who are going to be paying for taxes, we're going to pay for taxes, and we're going to pay for tariffs instead of paying for taxes. It's the same thing. Investors, don't get me started here. Don't get me started. Bostic is retiring. Okay, interesting. So basically what he said is nothing. Let me give you my interpretation. Not one country is going to honor their agreement because none of it has been is confirmed. Those agreements are about as big as a phone book, and none of them have been signed by any country. We have no agreements, which is why they don't have to comply. And number two, we already know that 90% of these tariffs are being paid. It's written from the Fed that we're paying 90% of these tariffs. So if they replace income tax, we're just going to be calling our tax tariffs. Don't get me started. Investors are awaiting NVIDIA's fourth quarter earnings report scheduled for release after the market close. Wall Street analysts are bullish. I'm also very bullish. I'm also very bullish on this report. Of course it is, Hefe. Of course. Of course. That's exactly what it is. That's what it's always been. Uh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Retailers. We have a lot of retailers reporting. We have a lot of retailers reporting. Folks, tariffs are tax, period. Okay. You can call it whatever you want, but we're being taxed. Okay. Market participants will hear perspective from, yeah, we're going to hear a lot of perspective. Yeah, exactly. Consumption tax. That's right, Moondog. That's right, Hefe. That's exactly what it is. No more, no less. Crude oil inventories will be released today. We'll be watching to see if they can generate a little upside or not. That'll be very interesting. Europe is up 0.66, hitting new record highs ahead of NVIDIA earnings. Very, very important. Of course. That's exactly right. That's exactly right, Kevin. Yes. Thank you for being accurate and honest. Thank you. They were. That's exactly what we did. And so let me give you guys real quick. I'll take a second, okay? So let me tell you what happened. Remember something. 200 years ago, okay? The federal government was not nearly as big as it is right now, right? It takes a lot to make up the money for the federal government. So before the federal government was so big, our tariffs back 200 years ago, our tariffs were enough to make the nut. The tariffs were actually enough to make us whole. But the federal government got real big, and obviously think about what the federal government was doing 200 years ago for us versus what the federal government is doing now for us. So tariffs were not enough, and we had to institute taxes. That's exactly right. That's exactly correct. They moved income tax to improve the reliability of intake from the exactly. And it all started by the federal government just getting too big. That's exactly what, folks, if you read American history, it's exactly right. It's exactly right. And Kevin, they did that because the tariffs were just not big enough to support the economy. And that's because the federal government started doing a lot more things for us. It's actually really interesting historically if you read about it, okay? You can look at the whole history of what the federal government was doing, why tariffs was enough. Then the government started getting a lot bigger and doing a lot more for the country, and just wasn't enough. And we had to insinuate. That's exactly correct, okay? All right. All right. So let's anyways, I don't get me started. Europe is up 0.66, record highs. China closed higher today, making a second consecutive session of gains. Rare earth stocks rallied. Rare earth stocks, FCX, think about that. Yeah, as we did yeah, exactly. Export items, 20 Japanese entities that its supply chain military, non-ferrous metal stocks also climbed. That's good. Japan closed sharply higher, hit a new record high. Tracking technology led rebound overnight as worries over disruptive impact of, wait a minute, we don't have worries over AI. So yesterday we had worries over AI disruption. The day before we didn't have worries about AI disruption. If earnings come out good on NVIDIA, we're not going to have AI disruptions. But if earnings come bad, we're going to have AI. Do you see how stupid that is? How ridiculous that is? Folks, the only people that are worried about the disruptions of AI are people reading this. There's no AI disruptions. Semiconductors are at all-time high. What disruptions? What disruptions? Remember the ascending triangle I drew for you yesterday and I said we're going to break out? That's an all-time high. What disruptions do you see? These writers need to chill out a little bit. All right. Axiom surge 16%. I guess those tasers are doing a good job. Oracle, Infotech right there. Infotech. They upped their bid. This will be an interesting one. I can't wait to see how this resolves itself. I actually for very selfish reasons, would really like for them to merge with Netflix as a consumer, not from a business perspective, from a consumer perspective. But it ain't going to happen. By the way, I'm watching a really good show on Netflix right now. It's a 2016 show. It's called Startup. It's about drug dealers and cryptocurrencies. Fantastic show. Fantastic show. On I just got finished watching Banshee for the third time, so watching. I'm in the second season while my wife has left me for 2 days. So great show. If you guys get a chance, check it out. It's on Netflix. It's called Startup, the series, not the movie, the series. First Solar plunged 17%. This is going to impact solar stocks today, by the way. Keep an eye on solar stocks. They're very related to each other. And Workday software slumped a little bit. All right, let's talk about the stock market. Dow further up over 100 points. Should be a good day. We'll see, but so far, it's looking pretty darn good. Higher paying manufacturing jobs when coupled with robotics, could magic formula sustain? Yep, I think so too, Hefe. So, as you could see right here, we've got industrial stocks versus communication services trying to fight it out. We are back to 52% on the NASDAQ. This is really good. We got to be over 50% here. I would be really upset if S&P, NASDAQ, semiconductors made all-time highs and this was less than 50%. That would really, really bother me, okay? We're seeing reasonable momentum right here. As I mentioned yesterday, financials are really overextended to the downside. No, it's not because we're having a credit crunch. It's because they're concerned about how they're going to have to rearrange their plans and start opening up their coffers for the AI companies. The AI companies are not having any issues with AI. The bank stocks are, okay? That's their problem. That sounds like a personal problem to me, okay? The Dow is doing okay. Russell is doing okay. There's nothing really out of whack here. I mean, nothing crazy. This is just good old-fashioned sector rotations, which we definitely need. AMD jumps after clinching mega cap supply with Meta. Yeah, Kirk, that was part of my. I actually read that right here. Look, we covered that. Earlier today, right here. AMD climbed over 8%. But folks, today, remember, retailers make up a huge percentage of the economy, and we've got a lot of retailers reporting in the next 12 hours. We've got TJ Maxx, Lowe's, CRM, Zoom, Snow. These companies are very, very essential. They move together, retailers. So just FYI, okay? All right. So sectors are looking okay. There's nothing crazy there. Okay. Volatility. I'm going to post this for you. Remember I said you should join the Telegram channel? I post stuff regularly there. Well, I'm about to start posting regularly there. Okay. So implied volatility. All right. See how this is breaking down? How it's breaking this level right here? I want this to come down here. Okay. I'm going to post this for you right now. We want volatility to break even lower today and go down to the 18 level if possible. See Picasso above. All right. Cracks me up. Richie says, hey, guys and gals, there are 670 us in here for some reason. This is because we find value in Rogers. Let's give them a thumbs up. Thanks, Richie. I appreciate it. Yeah. But if you look at BTC, it still looks like crap. Yeah, that's what I said. It's up 2.5%, but we still have a descending triangle. Kirk, always look at the chart. Always look at the chart. Always look at the chart. We actually have 769 people in here right now, which is fantastic. Okay, let's continue. So I like this. I like where this is going. I don't want to see this going up today. I want to see this coming down today. Okay? Thanks, Richie. Seeing this coming down today. I really, really want to see this coming down today. I'll be watching internals. I'll be updating you. Put the call ratio. Nothing really here. It's telling us that put put buyers, fear got a little out of hand, and now we're kind of right in the middle. And it looks like we're now getting towards the put side. Now, remember, if we go down here, that means just that the call buyers are getting more aggressive, which is what we want to see. So what we want to see is we want to put the call ratio. We want to put the call ratio to actually break this level right here and start coming a little lower here. Okay. I'm going to post this for you. We want, we had 900 one time, Kevin. Yeah. So here we want put to call ratio to keep coming down slowly. Okay. Now, folks, if you're not getting this right now, it means you're not in the Telegram channel. If you're not in the Telegram channel, then you're missing out on a lot of goodies. And I don't want to see that. So here is the link to the Telegram channel. Okay. Here's the link to the Telegram channel. Here's the link to the Zoom room where I'll be doing a full masterclass on diagonals today, okay? Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. So, and here is Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show, okay? There you go. Oh, I love that, Hefe. Hefe, I won't read it, but yeah, I'm gonna just say, yep. I've tried so many times, Hefe. I've tried so many times. Okay, let's talk about the market. Let's talk about the market. SMH, new highs. This is beautiful, folks. China, Europe, not China. I almost misspoke. Europe and Japan just made an all-time high. Volatility's going down. Chip stocks on volume are making all-time highs. This is really positive. That's all I'm going to tell you. This is really positive. S&P 500. Folks, look at where we're at right now for the first day in several days. We're above the 8-day EMA, and we're right above all of these, the year-to-date VWAP, the 50-day moving average, for the first time in a while. Okay? For the first time in a while. This is good. This is good. I know I'm really picky and I'm really selective and I talk all sorts of smack any chance I get, but this is really good. I mean, this is good. I'm not going to tell you this is bad. This is good. QQQ. I mean, this is not great because we're still below this, but this structure that's developing is really good because you could see we're getting above all this level. My concern is how are we going to behave when we get here? And again, this is all being driven by mags. And again, look at mags. We're still here. We're still here, but we're in the upper end of this. And I'm hoping that this will cause us to go higher. We have a long road ahead of us right here. But if we can get back above this level, the QQQ will be at an all-time high. Okay? All right. So, by the way, I want to take a look at Google real quick. All right, Google looks like it's starting to come up a little bit. All right, good. I want to see Google back above 322. Anyways, I'm just talking to myself. Everything I'm seeing today so far is pretty bullish. SMH at new high, Europe and Japan at new high, S&P above the 50-day moving average, QQQ starting to move in the right direction. Same thing with the mags. By the way, we're coming off the 200 real well. Now, I don't want to read into this because this is a lot. There's a lot of randomness here, but I like how we're making higher lows a little bit here. And I like how we're now above the 8-day and in between. We need to get up here as soon as possible. I have a theory that this thing will be a very big high volume bar. I think that we're either going to come here and bounce off, or this is going to be a real high volume bar, kind of like this, taking us through here. And maybe it'll be earnings on NVIDIA. I don't know, and I'm not going to make stupid predictions. But I will tell you that I'm starting to like this structure. Equal weighted SPY. We came down to my channel yesterday and we bounced off of it back up in the upper direction. This is also very bullish. Okay. Let me really quickly take a look at the Dow just for shits and giggles. We still have a little bit of time. I'm actually doing pretty good on time today. Not bad. I mean, this isn't looking great, but we're above the 50-day moving average. Remember, Qs kept rising even though SMH was stuck. Don't think the opposite can work, can it? No, Hefe, because of the mags. No, it can't work. The opposite cannot work because Hefe, during that time, the answer to your question, Hefe, I'm just going to call you Jeff. I'm not going to call you Hefe. Jeff, the answer to your question, at the time, mags were making all-time highs. Even though NVIDIA was stuck in the mud, or actually NVIDIA might have not been stuck in the mud. It's because of the mags. It's not because of SMH. Say what you're saying right now, but flip SMH with mags. Okay, it's a good analogy, but SMH can still go down and mags go up, and we could still be up here. Hey, Coach Avalos. Hey, Jeffrey. So again, it's we got to be really, really careful. But the QQQ would be up here right now, would be up here if the mags were up here. And the mags have only one chip stock. So it has more to do with mega caps than SMH. But I understand what you're saying, and I like your analogy, and it's a good analogy, but just flip over mags, okay? Flip over mags. Okay. And lastly, the Dow. Our small caps. Let's look at small caps. Again, boom, above the 50-day and above the 8-day. So just to summarize, all-time highs on the SMH, SPY above the 50 and the 8-day, and right at these VWAPs. And if we goes above this VWAP, that means, folks, anybody buying today, if we're up here, anybody who bought the SPY between now and beginning of the year is in profit. This is very positive. QQQ, I mean, I don't like where we're at, but I like the structure. But we got to remember, as it's not because of SMH, it's because of mags. I think if Jeff, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think mags make up like 35% of you know what? Let's check, let's ask Google, okay? What percentage of QQQ is mags? Let's see. Okay, here you go, Jeff. Here's your, what did I say about 40%, right? I know my numbers, 39 to 43%. So how possibly can this go up if 40% of it is in the shitter, in the toilet? Anyway, I don't mean to belabor the subject, but anyway, just it's a good thing you brought up. Okay, let's draw our levels. Let's draw our levels. I'm having a very good day today. I like what I'm seeing. What's going on here? Oh, this thing got stuck. My TC 2000 got stuck. Okay, we got unstuck. Huh. Let me just turn this off and turn it on again real quick. That never happens. Weird. Look how fast this thing loads. Boom. Pretty fast, right? Try getting TC 2000 to open up like that. All right. We got our levels here. All right, let's do this nice and clean, shall we? I can work with that. I'm going to post this for you guys in the free Telegram channel right now. So please sign up for the Telegram so that you guys can get all this. All right. SPY levels. That's the SPY levels. Many stocks above 20. I'll talk about that in a second. I'll talk about that in a second. I'll talk about momentum. Actually, let me do that right now, real quick. So we have really good momentum to the upside, not downside anymore. Yesterday, look at yesterday. We had 192 stocks yesterday to the downside. Today we have 65. It's nothing. To the upside, we've got 232. Great momentum. 90-day highs, 221. 90-day lows, 62. Yesterday, we had 200. No momentum to the downside. It was very quick. It was very quick and brutal. As far as sectors, remember I told you that tech stocks are starting to come back up? Semiconductors, communication, QQQ, consumer discretionary, technology. Notice how they're all here. Look, let's go back a week and like few more days ago, earlier. Look at that. Here, let's go back. Technology, QQQ, communication, consumer, Bitcoin, semiconductors. Look at that. February 9th, right? Look, in order, all the good stuff that we like right here, right? Now look at it. That's the 9th, okay? Look at it today, 10 days ago. That's 2 weeks ago. Look at it today. Biotech, that's very speculative. Semiconductor, that's very speculative. Communication, very speculative. Here, consumer discretionary, very QQQ's up here, not down here. Okay, technology, we're starting to get back up here. This is good. This is really positive. Yeah, that's true. They have been. Yeah, Matt's been on fire with that stuff. He really has been on fire. I've been trying to train him as best as I can, but he's been on fire. Okay, so momentum is looking great, and sectors are starting to, the speculative sectors, as you can clearly see from 10 days ago, they're starting to float back up. And again, folks, chip stocks are making all-time highs. I mean, this is beautiful. S&P's above the 50-day moving average. RSP's circling back up. This is good. This is not bad. VIX is you could see it looks like it wants to come down here, and it couldn't. Try twice coming back up here, and it couldn't. This is good. I can't do that right now, Jack. I don't have time. But if you send me an email or ask me during the afternoon session, this is a perfect question for the afternoon session, Jack. Ask me in the afternoon session, and I will answer your question. Okay, I have the answer. I just don't have the time right now. If I don't get out of here in 15 minutes, I'm going to get in deep doo doo with Clyde. He's going to get very upset. Yeah, I have a small cap service, and I have to give alerts, and it takes me about 10 minutes to get ready for it in the morning, and I drive to work, and so I have to. I've made my life more difficult than it needs to be, but that's okay. These are levels from yesterday. Look at this. I'm just going to make a little bit of an adjustment here. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to bring that down. I'm going to leave this alone right here. I'm going to bring that up here. Bring that there, and that's it. See how easy that was? Minor adjustments, little like taking a suit and getting it adjusted at a tailor, right? Just little adjustments. Here you go. QQQ overnight levels. I'm posting them in the Telegram channel. Okay, let's do SMH. This is going to be very hard to do on SMH because SMH is at new highs. How the hell am I supposed to draw levels at new highs, right? Ah, you see? It's not easy, is it? It's right there. That looks good. Overall, just as of while I'm doing this, I've been very happy with our trading this year so far. Matt and I looked at our swing trading programs the other day. And our profit factor is over 3, and our win rate is over 86%. And that's in the worst market environment we've seen in the last 20 years, because the markets have been just doing this right here. Perfect for iron condor traders, actually, the last few weeks. Okay, let me give you these levels. Let's keep an eye and let's hope we can break out above 423.88. That's an all-time high. I like how it's sticking to the highs right here. SMH levels, all-time highs in caps, okay? Yeah, please, Jack. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to deflect your question. It's a great question, and I'll gladly answer it. Just please ask me during the lunch hour, and I'll explain to you, and I'll even give you um, a couple of consumer staple stocks that I really like a lot. Okay. All right. Let's do Russell 2000. Let's do Russell 2000. Okay. I'm looking forward to starting to trade the Russell 2000 when it starts really moving. There's a lot of really good stocks here that we're missing, and because they have smaller market cap, they tend to give bigger gains. If you'll notice, I'll show you guys something interesting right now. I haven't shown you this in a long time, but I want you to learn from me. So I want you to see something in a second. I'll show you. Just bear with me. These are really good levels right here that I just did for you. These are really solid levels. If you trade the Russell, you're gonna be happy with these levels, I think, today. They're really tight levels. Okay. I even posted very tight levels on the Russell today. And so let me show you something real quick, okay? Going to give you just a little bit of a lesson, okay? This will take 10 seconds for me to show you, but I think it's important. We're just switching topics for 1 second, okay? So check this out, okay? Folks, watch this, okay? Watch this. So, okay, this is Russell 2000, okay? This is 3 months performance of the top stocks in the Russell 2000. Look at how much they gain. Look at how many stocks gain over 100% in 3 months, okay? Or even in 1 month. Look, 40, 30, 58%. Look, this is 1 month. See that? The reason is because they have less capitalization. The less capitalization the stock is, the less float it has, the bigger the moves will be. The bigger the stock, the more efficient the stock, the more it'll be arbitraged. Algos. So they'll be more like this, up and down. So let me show you this. So this is top stocks in the Russell 2000 over the last 1 month, 2 month, and 3 month performance. Look at how many 50% gainers you have. This is the underlying, not the option, okay? Right? Look at 3 months. Look at this. 300%, 200, 211, 176, 171. Big, right? Now, look at the same thing for the S&P 500. I'm going to look at 3 months, so it's apples to apples, okay? This is 3 month on the S&P 500. 37%, 37, 26. So look at the Russell, 300, 200, 200, 176. See this? 100 is all the way up here. To get to 30, we'd have to go to like the third page. But S&P doesn't move that much. Look at the top stock in the S&P over the last 3 months. My point is, when the Russell starts trending, we're going to have bigger opportunities for gains, as you just saw, because the Russell has smaller stocks, giving us more potential upside. See, I just taught you something new that you never knew. Okay? Exactly. What Richie just said. So more volume, smaller stock, bigger move. So we have potential to make more money trading slightly smaller stock. These are not small caps. These are just stocks that are like $20, $30, stocks that like light, like Lumen, like DBI, Cenex, second tier stocks. Okay. Just FYI. Sorry, I had to explain that to you. So just wanted to show you in practicality the difference between them. Okay. All right. So let me give you now levels for the bond market, and then I'll give you my top stocks and I'll let you go. Bond market is dirty, 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 dirty. But you know what? I don't have to change anything on the bond market. These levels are beautiful. Just going to take this and put it right there. Actually, I'll put it right back where I took it from. And then this comes down here. That's it. Look at how well my levels held. No change, folks. No change. One little change right here. Bring that down a hair right there. Okay, that's it. Let me post this for you, and I'll just post that hardly any change for bond market. Here, hardly any change from yesterday on levels for TLT bonds. Okay? Can I get 10? Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. You guys are very nice. Thank you, Michael. Can you plot the Vold on bar chart? I never tried it. I don't know. I'll look at it. I'll see tonight. I've never tried it before. I know that here it's T2104. That's the Vold on TC2000. T2104. Say, let's SPY's back up. Let me see what Western Digital is doing. I really like this stock quite a bit. Okay. All right. Let me give you stocks that I'm looking at right now. I don't have a lot of time. And the only reason I'm in a rush is so that I can give you guys what you paid for in the morning today. So ADP. It takes me a few extra minutes to get going because I have to take care of the cats. My wife is not here. Look at this 52-week low on volume, guys. 50. Yes, there's a lot of liquidity. Not everywhere, on some of them. On some of them. You got to be careful with them. But we trade a lot of them already. You just don't know it. Like I would say maybe 10, 15% of all our trades are in Russell 2000 stocks. We do them all the time. And they have some liquid options too. ADP, 52-week low on volume. Okay. Intuit, 52-week low on volume. On volume. On volume. You know, Richie, I looked at some other sites. We have a ratio of about 50% of people giving us thumbs up. Most sites, it's like 10%. So we have 50% of people giving us thumbs up. Most sites, 10%. So I think we're winning on that. Bearish trend on Humana. This was my weakest stock in 2025. I guess we're going to have a repeat year. Not looking good at all. Not a lot of volume, though. I like the first ones better that I gave you. ADP and Intuit. Trupanion. What a breakdown. Look at this. And it's got some volume here. HPQ. I've been giving you this stock all the time. Not today. It had earnings. So let's wait. Let's wait. But this is a nice breakdown. Wait for it to get back here. This is overextended. Okay. Thank you, Richie. Appreciate it. See you later, Hopium Addict. Have a great day. HPQ Path. This one looked very interesting this morning. It's a cheap stock. It's a $10 stock, but it looked interesting. VNO. This is another trust, those realty trusts we've been talking about because of the concern about AI. And then QTWO. I think this may be don't quote me, but this may be a Russell stock. Maybe a Russell stock. Let's see. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm crazy. Hold on. Yep, Russell 2000. Hey, there you go. Thanks, Gregory. You see that? So we trade these sometimes. I would say 10%, 20%. I sprinkle them in unknowingly sometimes. So because my scanner doesn't do it by exchange, it does it by the value and the price of the stocks. Let me give you my long list, okay? FCX, Nice 52-week high. CSX unrelated, FCX, CSX unrelated stocks. 52-week high. NEE 52-week high with volume. With volume. 52-week high with volume, folks. That's an edge right there. I'm giving you an edge. JCI. 52-week high with volume. Not that much volume, but some volume. GE. GE's on our list. I know several folks emailed me asking me about this one. I still like it. I'm just looking for it to come back to the 8-day right here. I just want it to go down about 10 points. Okay. GE. Applied Materials still looks good. Folks, do yourself a favor. Please, please, please don't go doing anything with chip stocks for the next 24 hours unless you're totally speculating. We don't know what happened. What I'm thinking of doing is doing a straddle or a strangle on QQQ ahead of NVIDIA earnings using Friday's options at the end of the day today. I'm going to repeat what I just said. I'm thinking of doing a straddle strangle. Richie, I'm thinking of doing a straddle or a strangle on the QQQ ahead of the earnings on NVIDIA using Friday's options on the QQQ or on the Russell 2000 because I'm looking for some type of a reaction. But I will need the options to be less than the 10-day ATR. I'll let you know today if I'm going to do it or not. I'll let you know in the VIP room. But Applied Material looks beautiful right here. We don't know what's going to happen with chip stocks the next 24 hours. That's all. So if you're day trading, that's fine, but don't hold overnight because you just don't know. And yes, they're very correlated. AEP, very nice. Teradyne, another chip stock. Look at that. And this one is not overextended. Look at that. Nice consolidation. Yeah. Got a nice consolidation, breakout, not overextended. This is very nice. SanDisk. Let's take a look at SanDisk. SanDisk looks okay. It's got to get above this level right here. It's got to get above this level. This is okay. I would just be very careful with it right now. It's just consolidating here. But it is at the 8 days, so you got a low risk opportunity right here. It doesn't look bad. DG, Dollar General. Speaking of Dollar General, I'm just looking at Dollar Tree real quick. I have still a little Dollar Tree position left. Dollar General looks good. Look at that. Way better than Dollar Tree. Well, let's take a look at Dollar Tree real quick. Doesn't look bad either, but Dollar General looks good. Richie got rid of it. I don't know why you got rid of it. It still looks pretty good. Still looks pretty good, Richie. Still looks really good. I still like it. Is sound coming out? The grips short sellers earnings. I'm not sure, RJ. I'm not sure. I'm not looking at that stock right now. Sound. Bud. 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 Right here. Don't be surprised if you see some weakness in consumer staple stocks and defensive stocks like Bud, Altria, Hershey's, Philip Morris, because spec stocks are. Richie, this is what I was talking about when you were saying the other day that consumer staples are up, and I said, yeah, they're up, but if tech starts going up again, they're going to start coming down. This is actually this is exactly what I was fearful of. So I'm thinking that we may see some downside in defensive stocks today at the expense of chip stocks and tech stocks. HWM looks good and Form looks good. This is a 52-week high on this stock, and it has better than average volume, and it's not overextended. Really like this Form today. I like the form that Form is showing right now. Okay? I really like that. All right, I have to get out of here. I'll talk to you guys later. Here's the link to what we just all saw together, okay? Here is a link to my room at noon where I will be doing a master class on diagonals and answering questions on credit spreads today. Here is the Telegram channel where I just posted a whole bunch of good stuff for you. And here's Customer Service Live, where they will be unconfusing you with all the answers, all the questions that I confuse you with. Thank you, George, very much for that. Jill, I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody. Don't go crazy. We don't know what NVIDIA is going to do. We don't know what the reaction to NVIDIA is going to be. Please don't be silly and don't be crazy, okay? I'll see you guys later. Bye. Be cautious.